What the F is you talking about? Spit another verse while I ambics out. In my vineyard, there are never droughts.
And the genocide still resides in your heart. My mouth traces the rise of your clout.
Behold, a new way to bring tears to a generation dealing with something they can't control.
I sincerely apologize that you got it so twisted in your head to think a girl should run after you.
His fingers walk up and down my back, one hand starting at my hip, while triggered on my neck, pushing notes in a tenor moan with his left thumb.
Hop in a cab and come over and fuck you. Of course I do. I needed to fuck too.
My wife playfully braids my hair. No talent or fashion involved. I cannot go out in public with these little girl braids.
Ready for our next feature? Yeah. Well, this woman, Samantha Thornhill, performs her poetry on stages from South Africa to Hungary. Yeah. She's been writing since the age of 8. She went on to receive her bachelor's in creative writing from Florida State University. It gets better. And her master's in poetry from the University of Virginia. She's since built a life for herself right here in NYC, where she serves as a writer in residence in the Bronx Academy of Letters. I know one person from the Bronx. And she teaches poetry to actors and young adults, actors in training at the Juilliard School. She's currently at work on her young adult novel, 17 Seasons, to be published by the Penguin Putnam Company. Her ode to the late folk legend Odetta is available from Scholastic as a picture book. And recently, she was the beneficiary of the Jerome Foundation Travel Grant, which enabled her to spend 3 months in her homeland, Trinidad and Tobago. That's hot, right? Yeah. But it gets better, because she is accompanied tonight by none other than Miss Valerie June, who is a self-taught guitarist, composer, and troubadour of heartbreak ballads, folk songs, spirituals, soul-stirring blues, and what she calls, ooh, good Lord, organic moonshine roots music. I'm saying, I should be serving that at the bar. Valerie is poised to reach a wide audience as one of the stars of the ballyhooed new MTV web series, $5 Cover, which is written and directed by Craig Brewer, creator of the Oscar-winning movie Hustle and Flow. Her alluringly haunting voice of distinction appeals to fans similar to those of Linda Thompson, Michelle Shocked, Jeff Tweedy, and a whole host of others. She has been pursuing songwriting and performing since the age of 19, and she wrote a memoir of the husband and wife team Bella, Son. And her relatively early marriage wasn't a surprise. As the oldest girl in a strict Christian household. That's enough? That's enough. Good Lord. I can read the last line, because the last line is hot. But we won't go any further. But I will tell you, both Valerie and Samantha have their children with them here tonight. Yeah, and they're right here in my hands. Their works of poetry and guitar and music playing. They have their CDs on sale here tonight. But without any further ado, I need you to start picking up the energy as we welcome to the stage Miss Samantha Thornhill, accompanied by Valerie June.
Good evening, everyone. We are so happy to be here, aren't we, Val? So, Val and I make up a group called Medusa Strings Theory, and it's basically a fusion of my poetry and her music. And we've been working together for quite a few months, and so these are just some songs that we've been working on, so hope you enjoy. For the past few years, I've been writing a type of poem called the Ode. It's basically a poem of dedication and giving thanks for the things that enrich our lives, the things that we overlook every day. these are the things I've been paying attention to. So, no further ado. This one goes out to my grandparents, Samuel and Enid Thornhill, who started a school in Trinidad. May they rest in peace and pieces.
It's a good day for rain dancing. We have on our rain boots.
Yes,
It's been raining today.
Ready for the rain dance.
All right.
Ode to Chalk. Remember that summer school I started in my room with your help? 12 years old, poised before the rickety blackboard, brandishing you like a parliament. Oh, slim gift, wand of talc, granulated grit. Let us celebrate and mourn your full moon face and swan glide, the scratch and squeak of your grind, waxing crescent, your eclipse across the road's rock paper skin. That Saturday in detention, saddled down with bucket and sponge to wash every board whistle clean, I learned this much. You know everything. You name names. You resist. You are a sword, difficult to master. You come in rainbows and cry like the rest of us. Pillar of pores, limestone lady. You are impossible to erase.
Baby, when I think about
kingdom of Swaziland. I went to Swaziland this summer for a poetry tour. And this is fused with Val's song, Phoenix. Ode to the kingdom of Swaziland. Cannot conquer you with my lens, nor can my paltry words claim to comprehend your ardent red. But Swaziland, you are indeed a kingdom. Take the majesty of your hills, for instance, their womanly folds, how each precious home hunches on a precipice of its own, and see the matriarch after a night's rest, standing on a scrap of land in her deep green dress, surveying your endless sprawl, spundle of flesh. Palace of many queens and a single king, yet to endure war or quake. Forgive me, Swaziland, for knowing but your name right up until I became a passport-toting vagabond to your doorstep. And now, to wake inside your disinfectant bloom, weeping in the face of your devastating beauty. My pupils explode from the meat of your mountains alone, heaped atop plates impossible to behold, so full their hands. Swaziland. Truth is, I tasted tufts of your afro long before my fly legs tickled your skin as I played peekaboo in your sugarcane plots with my saxophonist friend, smearing your dust across my chest, my body a white flag, surrendering inside your winter fresh. Swazi, stir me into your tea and forgive me yet again, for only fools such as I secure doors in a night like yours. But how was I to be certain these hinges would rest unchallenged as I dreamed of blank pages only you could fill? In them, I trace your famous fields, and your highness, I am the licked brown blunt you love to light in the night of day, to puff and pass to those you love, your people, your Swati falling down their tongues in torrents of grace, as in the waterfalls I discern from this woeful distance, streaking your face, how I wish to return, dab your tears with my mop of mane. I will, if you will it. But for now, I leave for your border on this dear Sunday, but not before I barter in your hills, catching glimpses of your citizens, trekking your taxing inclines, entire clans, prim and pressed, fresh from church, glistening flesh, infants packed to their mothers' backs, granny roots traveling with a stick longer than heels on Shaquille O'Neal. And alas, two uniformed men, perched on a guardrail between life and sure death, remembering the boys they were, sitting somewhere in the heart of town on a wall that still stands, enjoying the company of one another just as much as your Swaziland sun, lozenge of the curly-tailed monkey dashing across my vision. Cure for these women stitched to this lane, selling but avocados, pineapples, and woven things. Their arid faces, eyes, weeping, weeping, all these wives, wives, wives.
Traveling down the road, wondering if the Lord gets any bright, gets any light. Too much time caught in that web when I say we ran down. Too much time tasting the nectar of that sweet wine.
for these women stitched to this day, selling pineapples, avocados, their arid faces, eyes, weeping, all these wiles, all these wiles. All these wives. So y'all think we should take this shit on the road or what? We're working on it.
Your grapes are missing, I can grow mine in any condition. Wrote this shit when my mama's still in the kitchen. If you don't believe me, then mom, say something.
Hello, this is Ovi's mom, a wine connoisseur.